Hey guys, thank you so much for clicking on this video. So today we're going to be talking about perfumes that Calvin wore before he was a perfume addict. Now guys, this video has been in my notepad for like a while, but I hesitated like uploading and filming it because I was thinking to myself, Calvin, like, do you really want to tap into this like old energy and, talk about the past and things like that? Because you guys know how fragrance is. Like it can make you feel amazing, or it can just remind you of traumatic times in your life. And I've said this in my previous video, but I'm so grateful for 2024. I feel like it was the first time in my life where I was like, dang, I feel like I'm actually living, because anything before that, holy cow, guys, like it's just insane. So I'm gonna be talking about each perfume and the year, how old I was, and what was kind of going on in my life. And so yeah, I'm ready to let go of these perfumes, spoiler alert, like I'm just ready to let them go, and instead of like avoiding the past and like suppressing it, I welcome it, because resistance is persistence, or whatever they say. And yeah, for some reason, I feel like the universe has been telling me to like upload this video. I don't know why. Like it's just a gut intuition thing. I have no idea why. So we'll see if anything magical happens like when I post this. But anyways, guys, 2017 winter, I wore this fragrance. I discovered this in my suitcase. I completely forgot that I had it. I think all of us, we have like a suitcase where we keep our treasured items, and this is Zara Seoul. I believe this is discontinued, because when I searched it up like 2 years ago, when I was just getting into fragrances, I think people said that it was discontinued. Um, Now guys, this was December 2017. I was about 14 years old. My life was so different. I looked a lot different. I was going to evening school, and I wore this for just that winter. So it was winter 2017 or early 2018. And I have this thing where I'm very good at remembering years and months and dates sometimes. I don't know why. I've always been like that since I was a child. But let's smell this, spray it on paper. Oh my goodness, so this is probably the oldest perfume that I own, right? So the story on how I even got this, because where I was living in one of the Baltic countries, guys, and people didn't really wear perfume back then, and if they were wearing fragrance, it would be for like a special occasion. Like for me, I don't really have perfume. This is my first perfume that I ever got. My brother gave it to me because he was gifted it, but he didn't like it, and I actually liked it. Now guys, this is sweet and aquatic, and you know what, even now, as a perfume maniac, this is really nice. Um, it's aquatic, it's sweet, it's, oh my god, I think a lot of women would like this. I believe this is discontinued, but, oh my gosh, it just takes me back to my childhood. Guys, okay, so, I remember it was winter time, life was so hard back then, not even to be negative, but shit, it really was. Minus 30 degrees, winter lasted from September till April. I just remember having a blocked nose, because you always get sick. I remember slippery roads, but the main thing that I think of is my obsession with the Russian group Tattoo, or Tatu, Talubitu. And oh, when I smell this, I'm thinking about how obsessed I was with them, and like I know all of the songs. Fun fact, I do know like the songs, the lyrics to all of their songs. Oh, and I remember, like, I would only wear this in winter, so it was just those few months, right? So end of 2017 to early 2018 that I wore it. I never knew that people would wear fragrances in summertime. But this is special. It's crazy to me, guys. Because, yeah, it's like I'm smelling this and I'm transported into, like, a completely different world. I remember stressing about exams, and those exams were completely pointless. Not once with my work was I ever asked to show my exams or my diploma, like, diploma certificate, sorry. Oh my gosh, yes, my youth. It's a gorgeous fragrance. I can't really detect anything, guys, so it's sweet aquatic. So it's like a men's scent, but it's not super, it's generic, but it's sweet. I like it. So back then, Calvin, you had good taste. Oh. Definitely reminds me of Tetsu, and look at how raggedy this bottle is, guys. I remember it didn't really have any longevity. I was one of those people, like, perfumes never really lasted on me. Okay, so fast forward, early 2019, Calvin moved to London. Goodness, I was working full time. It was once again really hard times. I'm sorry guys, like this video, I don't mean it to be negative. I'm just so thankful for my life now. And when I just think about how it was back then, I think, oh my god, like how did I survive? But yeah, so 2019, I was 16 years old, didn't wear fragrance, didn't really care for it. But I would always notice on other people. I've always been one of those people, me and my family. Like, if I'm in public and I smell a sweet, gorgeous perfume, I'll always point it out. And then people around me, whether it's like mutuals, acquaintances, or friends, they'll be smelling it. They have no idea what I am talking about. And it's the same with unpleasant smells. Like, when I'm in public and I smell something unpleasant, it really does affect me. And I'm looking around and it seems like nobody is offended by the smell. So I know, like, it's something that I learned recently that not everyone has a sensitive nose. Like, even with one of my friends, and I'm like, okay, are you being stingy with a compliment? Where is my compliment on my scent? Are you a real friend or are you my nemesis? And she was telling me, she was like, Calvin, no, like, I genuinely can't smell anything. And so, yeah, that's something that I've noticed in my fragrance journey. So anyways, 2020 didn't wear fragrances. 2021, yes. So I remember me and my sister, we were at the cinemas, it was late at night, and we went downstairs and we went to Boots, and they sell like toiletries and beauty products and stuff like that. And I saw that they had this fragrance. I saw this fragrance and I sprayed it on paper, and I was kind of shocked. I was like, wait, this smells like something. And I was right, it reminded me of this. And this was before Fragrantica. I didn't know anything about that, guys. I wouldn't do research on perfumes. But this to me smelled like this. And when you look online, yes, people do compare it to this fragrance. And I remember this was my signature scent for a while. I remember I used to do 1, 2, 3 sprays. And I wouldn't do it every day. I would I don't know, maybe do it every like 2, 3 days. I was one of those people who was very, very tight with perfume. I would do 1, 2, 3 sprays, that's it. And let's spray this together. And guys, I was thinking about this last night. It's crazy how I forgot this information. Yeah, it is similar, but I remember this was sharper. I know that this has grapefruit. It's the same aquaticness, but this one is more sweeter. This is better, definitely. Okay, so the information that I recently remembered is, I remember I was wearing this for a while in 2021. Back then, I was working in a hair salon as an apprenticeship, making pennies, struggling. Life was so hard, but I'm so grateful for where I am now. But honestly, guys, it was hard times. It really was. And yeah, so what was it? So I'm like getting confused now. So I was in the cinema, I sprayed this, and I was like to my sister, hey, I really like this. And because, it reminded me of the perfume that I just showed you guys. And I kind of left it at that, I was surprised. But my sister, she remembered it, and bless her, I think a few days later, she bought me this, but in like a parfum concentration. And I sprayed it and it was completely different. And I told her, I was like, sorry, I don't like this. Can you return it? And I remember she was upset, but eau de parfum, and this is eau de toilette. Is it? Hold on, is it? Yeah, eau de toilette. Yeah, this is an eau de toilette. Oh my goodness. My mind even amazes me sometimes, my memory. But yeah, so she returned it. And I remember a few days later on my work break in the hair salon, the little break that I had, I remember I went to Superdrugs and I purchased it, and I remember it was around the 60, 70 mark, and for me at the time, that was like a lot of money. Not once did I ever spend that amount of money on myself. And yeah, I remember Courtney, one of my colleagues at the time, she would ask me what perfume I'm wearing because she wanted to buy it for her boyfriend. And yeah, it had good performance and stuff like that, but I don't really want to talk about the notes, guys. I want to talk about the memories. It's just a generic aquatic boys men's scent, I guess. Not bad. Now, the reason why it's still full and I haven't touched it in years is because, guys, 2021, towards the end, I had long COVID. Yes, I had the coronavirus, and then afterwards I couldn't smell. And I couldn't smell for quite a long time, till end of 2022. So like over a year, I believe. But I remember I would spray this and the citrus would make my eyes water. And yes, this has grapefruit, right? The top note. I couldn't do it anymore. Like I couldn't. All I could smell was the citrus. And it's crazy when I remember that I had long COVID, guys. So for like over a year, I couldn't smell. I mean, I could, but it wouldn't be pleasant. So in the morning, when I would wake up and my fresh, clean laundries that I had just cleaned, it would make my eyes water because it would smell like rotten. Garlic was a huge trigger for me. A bit of meat. Oh my god, what else? I think it was mainly garlic that was the trigger. And onion. And then, yeah, I couldn't really taste much. And I want to say that you get used to it, but at the same time you don't. Because I just remember everything would make my eyes water. And, yeah, crazy, right? And then my nose recovered at the end of 2022. Okay, so when I got fed up with this fragrance, I remember I went to the shopping center. This is still in 2021. Yeah. I remember I went to the shopping center and I entered like the perfume store and I told the lady, I was with my sister at the time. I told the lady, I was like, hey, my budget is like £60. Can you show me some like men's fragrances? And I remember she was showing me a bunch. And out of all of the ones, I like this. I remember whenever I would wear this in the hair salon that I was working at. This is nice actually. This is like a nice men's fragrance, but it's very sexy. I had no business wearing this at like 17 years old. It's very sexy, typical men's aquatic, but it is nice. I will admit it is nice. But generic. So anyways, when I was in the hair salon, I remember I would do full sprays of this, you know, on days that I wanted to feel a bit special. And with the hairstylist, guys, I'm not sure if it's worldwide, but in the UK, every single hairstylist smokes cigarettes. I don't. I've never smoked cigarettes and I never will, thank goodness. But yeah, it's like a typical thing, you know, every hairdresser smokes cigarettes and then they'll use cheap body spray to like cover the smell up, stuff like that. And the area that I was working in, let's just say it was the opposite of posh. It wasn't ghetto, but it was very Essex. So kind of like, I don't know, I can't explain it, but the opposite of posh. And I remember the stylists, they would kind of be like, hey, who has cologne on? Like, who has fragrance on? And they would all be like, it's Calvin. And they would all kind of like laugh at me because, guys, in the environment, back then, like in every workspace or like with my friends, nobody really wore fragrances. You would only wear it on like special occasions. And so, yeah, that's just like a little detail that I remember. They would kind of like, not make fun of me, but they would just smile and be like, Calvin, like, why do you have fragrance on, you know? And yeah, I remember I like this more. It reminds me of winter. Yeah, because I would only wear fragrances in winter. Oh, this is nice. I like it. It is nice. And I have like a drop left. I remember this came in like a gift set. And it had like a shower gel. And fun fact, I still have the box and I put like stuff in there. But what is this side? 60 ml. 60 ml. This is how much I have left. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm so silly. I forgot about one fragrance. Okay, so before I bought the Champion one, we need to talk about this, guys. I literally just discovered this like 3 weeks ago in my suitcase, and this is Ted Baker Body Spray Opulent Crush discontinued. Ted Baker, it's like a generic brand. You can find it in Boots. It's like affordable, but I remember this was 2019. I met a good friend. She was Japanese, and she got me like a gift, and this was included in the gift. So guys, this is quite full, I imagine. Can't see it, but it's like, it has a lot of stuff in here. And I remember I was very frugal when it came to fragrance, so I wouldn't even wear fragrance. I was one of those people who's like, okay, let me save this for special occasions. And what is it, expires 12 months, but it's been like 5 years. But this one, oh my gosh, I was smelling it 3 weeks ago, and what a blast from the past. It is nice. Guys, this is oriental and spicy. If I could just describe it that way. I've never smelled a fragrance like this. This is divine. This is amazing. I'm so thankful to that Japanese friend. Oh. You know, 2019, I was 16. I was working full time. I don't know how I was doing everything. I was completely independent. I didn't have any support from anyone. From one of my sisters for a while I did, even though she was only 2 years older than me. She was the only one who looked after me, and yeah, I was just like discovering London. I was, talking to strangers. I was working as a barista in customer service, working, earning money. Not a lot of money, but paying rent. Like I was, all of a sudden I became an adult at the speed of light. But this is just amazing. I don't even know what notes. Listen, this is Oriental. I know online people say that this is like rose and patchouli, and I was looking for a clone of this. And I think people say that this smells like Elisab Le Parfum Royale. I tested it recently, like 2 weeks ago. I liked it, but it didn't smell similar. But I don't know, in the future I'll try it again. This is amazing. This is the most beautiful Oriental, sexiest scent, and that's it. Like, it's amazing. It just takes me back to those times. Yeah, it's really nice. It's really nice. Oh my goodness, guys. Okay, so do I have anything else to say? I don't know, it was kind of nice just getting these perfumes out of the way. I think I will just use them as air freshener and just like let go of it. Probably the most sentimental is this one because it really just reminds me of, when I was listening to Tattoo and My Life. That's the thing about nostalgia. It makes you want to go back, but no, I definitely wouldn't want to go back to those times. No, no ma'am, no ma'am. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Do I have anything else to say? I think that's it. I accept my past. I accept all of the difficult things in life. I welcome the emotions. I'm not resisting it. And I'm thankful for 2024. That was really the year when I let go of a lot of things and let go of limited beliefs and things of that nature. So I'm just super grateful for where I'm at now in life, and there's always so many things to be grateful for, and I truly do believe that what goes on in your mind reflects on the outside, but I know that's very controversial. Guys, tell me, what were perfumes that you wore before you were an addict? Were you like an undersprayer? Were you very frugal? What was your like budget? What was going on in your life at the time? Please tell me. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you, guys.